Hi, my name is Faswari. I'm the Fostering Agency Advisor for the Fostering Service at Lancashire County Council. The fostering panel consists of 5 individuals who are deemed as lay members of the public. We have a panel chair who is usually social work qualified and has a lot of experience within social work itself. And part of the reason behind why we have a qualified social worker that heads that panel is because these are essentially social work reports that are being presented to the panel itself. We also have a vice chair who supports the panel chair during the day and sometimes may have to step in if the panel chair is not available. And then we have 3 independent panel members. Our panel members are from all walks of life. We have a diverse panel. We have people that are social work qualified, we have foster carers that sit on our panel, we have people that adopt, we have people from education backgrounds, we have some magistrates that sit on our panel. We have a whole variety of people that come from different walks of life, different skill sets and experiences, and also different ages. We've got care leavers that sit on our panel from like the age of like 21, going all the way up to panel members that are in the 70s. Just to give you an idea of what a panel day would look like, or as what we call a panel item. What would happen is that your assessing social worker will brief you beforehand, whether that's a week before or a day before, about what to expect on the day. Within your meeting slot, what will happen is that panel will have a discussion with yourself and your social worker, and then they may send you to a break room. If it's face-to-face, then they'll send you into another room altogether, or if it's virtual, they'll put you into a meeting room, and then you'll be informed of any discussion points that the panel may want to have, either with yourself as an applicant or with your social worker. Your social worker's role is to basically go through the technical stuff, because what panel members don't want to do is be asking you questions regarding the assessment. They might want to ask questions about you, your personal life and your skill set and experience, but the technical stuff about what's been written is saved for your social worker because that's their role. So sometimes what might happen is that they may want to call the social worker in separately, just to clarify some points that's in the paperwork. Then they'll call you in with your social worker to go through some more informal discussions, and then they will deliberate as a panel to come with a decision, whether that is a positive or a negative recommendation. Sometimes panel may make a decision where they defer a recommendation, and the reason behind why sometimes they recommend a deferral is where there are gaps in the assessment, and there may be some further explorations that need to be done for panel to feel satisfied before they can make a recommendation. That isn't always necessarily something negative if there's a deferral. It just means that they need to make a more considered, it's more of a considered approach being taken, and the panel felt that they were not in a position to make a recommendation on the day itself based on what was presented. So it's a good thing sometimes when there's a deferral, because it allows for further work to be done. In terms of a negative recommendation, sometimes they do happen, and if that does happen, you've got nothing to worry about at that stage, because whether it's a positive recommendation or a negative recommendation, panel only make a recommendation. They don't get the final decision regarding an approval. So what happens next is that when panel make a recommendation, it then goes over to the agency decision maker. So you'll hear abbreviations like ADM, that's the agency decision maker. This is somebody that sits in a senior position within children's services, and they have the overarching decision regarding your approval to become a foster carer. The agency decision maker decision regarding your approval to become a foster carer is done in a number of ways. Firstly, you'll get an email letter from the agency decision maker directly. However, prior to that, you probably will get a phone call from your own social worker or an email to notify you, because the agency decision maker will let your social worker know first. When you get the decision, that means that at that point you are then registered as a foster carer for the local authority. If the agency decision maker makes a decision, let's say it was a negative recommendation, and they are also in agreement, there is an appeals process which your social worker will talk you through. Post approval, so after you've been approved as a foster carer and within your first 12 months, you will return back to the fostering panel, which is a regulatory process just to see and review as to how you've been getting on as a foster carer. So you will return back to panel, where panel will make a recommendation regarding your reapproval to continue as a foster carer. My advice to anyone attending the fostering panel is not to worry. They always try and put you at ease, and what you always need to remember is that it's a significant decision that they have to make regarding your approval, because ultimately there's going to be vulnerable children that are going to be placed into your care. The purpose isn't for it to be like Dragon's Den or a grilling of any kind, or like a job interview. That's not the purpose of the fostering panel. I would say that you need to see it as a discussion, and you're part of that discussion. You can also ask questions of the panel members and the panel chair. You're well within your rights. What I would always advise is that if you have any queries, any concerns, any worries, speak to your assessing social worker. They are there to prep you beforehand, talk you through about what to expect on the day. They'll go through the format with you, and any worries that you've got that need to be relayed back to the panel, that communication can also take place as well.